Bruce. Here we are. How you guys doing? Traveling with Bruce here. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the show. I'm just getting all set up here, panicking. Got all my work to do. I'm working on a video. I'm going, babies. I'm going. How you guys doing? Nice to see everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Traveling with Bruce, TWB. Welcome to my show, September the 5th, 2018. Great that you've all come by. Love to talk cruise ships today. Got some stuff I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you guys today about what's known as the port head tax. Yeah, we don't talk about that very much. Mind you, I'm always so busy with my hair, I sometimes forget about, the topic at hand. I'm so busy with how I look. Yeah, it's okay. Forget about it. Port head tax. You don't hear about that very often. When you're booking your cruise with a cruise line, you're taking a look at the brochure that you found, or you sent you in the mail, or you saw an ad on television. Great cruise, come on out. You saw a banner ad on a web page or something like that. You got a commercial on one of my YouTube shows, and you got an ad for a cruise. It doesn't tell you about what they tell you about port charges and fees. They only say those are extra, but they don't tell you what they are, do they? They don't know. And that's the reason for that, is because every port is different than the other. Some ports, it's relatively cheap for a cruise ship to get in and out of. Other ports, they charge an out fortune. But we all pay at the end of the day for the cost. I mean, don't kid yourself. It's not the cruise line paying. We're paying. It's just added on to our cruise, but it's one of those extra charges that the cruise line will explain to you, or your travel agent will tell you how much it's going to be. So much for your port charges and taxes and fees. In general, in the last 10 years or so, it's sort of averaged around 10-15% of your cruise. By the way, cheers to everybody on TWB on my matching mug. Brown fuzzy water. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Thank you very much, Coca-Cola. Would love to have you sponsor me, by the way. But 10-15% has been the norm. But I tell you, there are cruises you will pay substantially more. You will pay 25-30% of your cruise. If it's a $400 cruise, you'll pay $120 more in port charges and fees. Some of these can be out and out expensive, depending on where you're going. I know if you're coming into Canada, you're going to pay. Coming into places like Maine and other places, that they want their fees. Quebec, Montreal, Saguenay, places along the St. Lawrence Seaway, you pay extra. It's added in. So I'm going to talk about that today. I want to talk about port charges today with you guys. Kind of get your impression on it. I made a bunch of notes on it, and there's just been a number of stories over the years about that. So we're going to go into that. I want to say thank you for all of you for coming by and seeing me today, catching up with this channel. The channel continues to grow. The last 24 hours, we have gone from 2,674 subscribers to 2,694 subscribers. 20 more in the last 24 hours. Welcome aboard, all you newbies that are joining this channel. I'm just thrilled that you're finding me. I hope you're enjoying what we're talking about. We love talking about cruise ships on this channel, going on a cruise, having been on a cruise, getting ready for our next cruise, the good, the bad, the ugly, port stops, the costs, the rules. What are you allowed to bring on a cruise ship? What are you not allowed to bring on a cruise ship? What can you do when you're on a cruise ship? Should you get a drink package? Should you not get a drink package? What about specialty dining? We cover it all. Whenever a new thing is happening, we discuss it. And this channel is perfect. If you've never been on a cruise before, you've come to the right place. You can ask me anything you want about going on a cruise. I'll do the best I can to answer this question right on the spot for you. If I can't answer it, one of my viewers who's watching right now probably will be able to answer the question, because if you are addicted to cruising, you're a seasoned cruiser and you've done a bunch of them, you've also come to the right channel, because we love talking about our cruises over the years. And we don't mind giving advice to others out there who are thinking about going out there. And we are happy to share our experiences and reminisce about the old days, whether that was 10 or 15 or 20 years ago, or whether that was 40 or 50 years ago when we were kids. There are some of us watching this channel regularly who were on ocean liners going across the Atlantic when jet travel really wasn't practical or available or doable or affordable. And we have memories of those days. So yeah, we love talking about going on beautiful holidays. We love cruising. We love cruise ships and can't get enough. So welcome one, welcome all. If you like, sign in, say hi, like these folks are doing here. Talk to me and tell me how you doing, where are you watching me from, what's your high temperature today? You got a question? Fire away, I'll try and answer it for you. And we'll kind of go from there. Let's quickly say hello to people. Last thing I'll mention is thank you again to Robert Brandt today. Robert Brandt made a donation to my channel through my PayPal link, which is on my homepage right up there. There's a little button up there called the donation button. Thank you, all of you who do make donations to this guy. It keeps me going. This is my full-time job, keeping this channel going and trying to stay on top of the news of the day. I appreciate it. Those of you who are buying product like this, the TWB stuff, mugs, shirts, travel mugs, thank you, all of you. Redbubble store, I have one of those. The link is down below here, or again, there's a link in the home page up here where all my little icons are. Right beside the donate button, I think there's the Redbubble button. You click on that and you can check out 35 different logos that I have for my channel. There's a couple, there's another one over there. I got a bunch of them. And please buy a shirt, get yourself a hoodie, travel mug, wall clock, or sticker, whatever you want. I get a commission every time you buy something. It helps me stay on the air. And those of you who are going to Amazon, there's an affiliate link down below here for my channel. If you go to Amazon by clicking this link down here, it takes you right into Amazon's homepage. You buy something in the next 24 hours, I get a commission on anything you pick up. So picking up dog food or potato chips or some soup, Gucci handbag, whatever you want to buy, the more the merrier. This guy gets a little, little commission finder fee, and I thank you all for your support, every one of you, to keep me going on the air. I love it, and the channel's growing. I'm so excited. Peter Heckemo is the first guy to sign in today. Peter is also a longtime supporter of this channel. He's got shirts. His wife has a shirt or two. I love you guys. Peter saying hi, Bruce, and all. A beautiful day here in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Temperature's 93 degrees. Lots of sun and no rain. Enjoyed your trivia show last night. I am sure it must take you a lot of time to prepare. Yeah, I put in a few hours. I get such a kick out of doing it. It's a lot of fun, but it is work, but it is part of my full-time job. And that's why I thank you for all of you who support me. It allows me just to keep on doing this, and I hope you guys like it. I'll just keep expanding it and try to make it as best I can for you. Robert Brandt from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, great supporter of mine, is saying to me, hi, Bruce and everyone, 88 is the temperature in St. Thomas today, U.S. Virgin Islands. Oasis of the Seas is in port. That's one of the big ones, one of the big ships for Royal Caribbean. 5,408 people on board that ship today. Well, they're getting off that ship and hitting St. Thomas big time. So this is great stuff. Robert, glad to hear you got a nice bunch of folks there. Peter Heckema, Robert, how do you know how many people are on the ships? Do they announce it somehow? He says, I get a daily report because of the business that I own. How about that? He supplies these guys with alcohol. These cruise ships, they need booze. You cruisers out there like to drink a cool one from time to time. Robert will supply the cruise ships in St. Thomas with their needs, and he finds out how many people there are on board. He gets reports every time. Robert Brandt, and there are cameras on both Crown Bay Marina and the West Indian docks, the more common docking point, he says. Kat Rose is here, 82, but feels like 87 here in Sacramento. Kat, welcome back to my show. I know you're in California. That's a lot better than being in 100, 105 degrees. That is for sure. Kat Rose, I am just waiting for prescriptions to be delivered, she says. Hi, guys, to everybody. Peter Heckema, interesting, Robert. That's valuable info to have for business owners on the island. Robert saying, Peter, in the off season, some businesses don't open if there isn't at least one ship in port. They don't even open their store. That's interesting, too. They know a ship isn't coming tomorrow. They don't bother opening up. They just stay home, keep the people away. Don't bother coming into work. Peter Heckema, Robert, makes sense. Kat, like any tourist area, she says, yeah, absolutely right. Robert Brandt, yes, Kat. Just like so many have been financially hurt, I think they need to open every day. Hopefully, I have heard lately that Disney is now coming back to a bunch of Caribbean spots that were badly affected last year with hurricanes. and that will help again. But we're crossing our fingers. There's another hurricane forming in the Atlantic. It's going to be a big one, but we're hoping it will veer to the north well before getting anywhere near the Leeward Islands towards the Caribbean. And she may stay off the coast of the U.S., but she may not. We don't know the final tracking. We're about a week away until we know. So everyone's watching the satellite info and tracking data. I'll keep you guys posted on what I see happening there. Cat Rose, are supplies sent by boat or are they mainly flown in? And then Robert Brand is saying, never know who will be that big sale. I was in a jewelry store getting a necklace for our soon-to-be 3-year-old granddaughter, and the woman in front of me spent $115,000. So you never know what you know. Wow. If I were a retailer in St. Thomas, I'm always open. I never close. I would never close because you just never know when you get an account like that. You get a deal like that. Holy, Cat Rose is going, wow. Robert Brandt, she thinks she got a great deal, saying she got the watch free compared to what the bracelet necklace cost in the United States. Interesting. Cat Rose, that is odd. Robert Brandt, jewelry is on average 65 to 75% the cost here over in the States. It's cheaper here than in the U.S. We have no tax and no import duty. So it's cheaper in St. Thomas to buy high-end items like this rather than on the mainland. Interesting stuff. Same thing in the Cayman Islands, I found too. They have duty-free shops there as well. But I think if you're an American, you're better off as an American to buy product at St. Thomas and bring it back to the mainland. I think you're allowed exemptions. Very interesting. Cat Rose, Robert, there are places here that aren't open weekends or evenings due to the fact that most of their business is state workers. This is Sacramento, California, the capital of California. Isn't that something, how they don't open on weekends? They only are Monday to Friday when the workers are in town. Wow. Robert Brandt, so a $20,000 Rolex is 15 grand here and makes your trip to the island free. Yeah, I guess so. That is interesting. Cat Rose, she says, Robert Brandt, sure makes sense not to be open if you know your business won't benefit. Interesting, Robert Brandt, but she was spending. There's no doubt about that. Brittany Lockwood is here. Hi, Bruce, and all my college campuses reopened today, so just closed for the night. Thank you for that. That's good news. That Tropical Storm Gordon did not affect her campus as badly as we had worried about. Fantastic stuff. Robert Brandt, diamond and emerald bracelet and matching necklace and a white gold Rolex is what this lady bought. $115,000 purchase in St. Thomas. Holy cow, that is serious coin. I don't care what you're buying. Robert Brandt, I guess that's true when the places that do all the service and state employees are closed. It focuses you to spend more. And that's something. Robert Brandt, people don't really realize the amount of jewelry and the amounts of money they sell here. That's true. It's the same with Cayman Islands. They do millions of dollars a week in sales of jewelry items from people around the world. We're not talking just Americans. We're talking Europeans from Asia, from everywhere. They come to a place like the Cayman Islands or St. Thomas, Saint Martin, certain islands where the taxes are way, way less. They drop some serious money because they're saving 20, 30%, 40% on what they pay at home. And you're dropping 150 grand and saving $60,000. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just not in the the demographic where I'm going to buy me a $60,000 watch. I kind of wish I was. Come on, viewers, watch my show. Holy moly, that is something. Crazy Rich guys are saying we're here. We are here. Hi guys, the twins. Cat Rose, I used to have some emerald earrings from one of the islands. Robert Brandt, there is a chain called Colombian Emeralds on many of the islands. They are well priced. And you get a certificate for insurance, etc. Very interesting. Brittany Lockwood, I may have more typos today than normal as I am watching my tablet and not my laptop. Thank you for that. Robert Brandt, same happens to me, Brittany Lockwood. I type and it just goes all screwy. Crazy Rich guys, what did you buy, love? We need to get her something. I'm not sure who's asking what. Robert, I'm sure your mom has something for you to give her. Okay, there you go. Cat Rose. Also, people don't realize there is a what is that stone that is only found in one mine on the Dominican Republic. Robert Brandt. There are a ton of semi-precious stones from the Caribbean and the northern part of South America. He says they're very pretty, but not as pricey as the traditional stones. He said. Brittany Lockwood, all depends on whether or not I catch them before sending comments. It has to do with how I'm typing, like sliding my finger around the keyboard. She's all hung up on how her spelling is going to work out. It's all right. It's all good. Cat Rose, amazing amethyst from Brazil. Robert saying that's my birthstone. Cat, February. It's also my brother's. Crazy Rich Guys. We only got tourmaline. Robert Brandt, February the 5th, he says. Tracy Dunlap. Hi, Bruce and all. Nice day in Naples, she's saying. 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but doesn't feel as humid. No rain so far today, but I'm sure we will get our usual downpour later on. I'm sure you will. Usually it's a daily deluge of some kind. Lasts a little while, big old shower, and then it gets away. Let me bring my little camera in here a little further, a little closer so I can read my phone a little easier. So Tracy is having a good one. Thank you, Tracy, for joining me again today. Robert Brandt, hi, Tracy Dunlap. Had someone check the rum row house. It's all good. Started to think better check. Crazy Rich Guys Travels. You only bought that house because the road is rum row. That's the only reason he bought the house, Dad. Wendy Thompson. Hi, everybody. Hi, Bruce. I planted tomatoes and peppers today. Oh, I can start planting the yard. Poor Roger. Paul Wilgus is also here. Hi, Bruce. And all 85 and humid here in Virginia. Welcome, Paul. Robert Brandt almost bought one in Gin Lane. I thought I'd get a house in Gin Lane, too. Tom Henry Cat, something like my last name. Crazy Rich Guys, are all the streets about alcohol? Dixie is here. Hi, all. Hi, Dixie. Robert Brandt, in the area, it's in where they are all pirate-related names. That's why they're called those names. Brittany Lockwood, it's 90 degrees here where I am in Louisiana with mostly cloudy skies and the temperature feels like 100. Yeah, I bet you it would. Tom Henry, Cindy has many items from Colombian Emeralds and Diamonds International, Tom says. Hi, Tom. Welcome, by the way. Richard C. is here. Hi, Richard. Wendy Thompson, nice gift, Robert. I'm in March 7th. That's when my birthday is. Robert Brandt, Tom Henry, both great reputations, he says. Cool Jazz. Hello, Tom Henry. Horizon should be leaving any minute now out of New York, out of its regular cruise. Good to hear all is well with the Horizon after crashing into that pier last week. Dixie Walker, cheers. Tom Henry, hi, everybody. 92 in Richmond. Cat Rose, wow. Robert Brandt, no, I bought a $200 gift. The big spender was in front of me. I didn't spend the $115. The big spender was in front of me. Paul Wilgus, hello, Tom and Robert. Robert, just a little necklace and a tiny gold key. Brittany Lockwood, I need to get me a caffeinated beverage. Coke. Crazy Rich Guys, thanks for everyone doing our Facebook page. Thanks for popping by. Tom Henry, I was listening to Cruising with Wheels. I heard my Sunday problem made their discussion, he says. My red bubble is shipped today. Sweatshirts and tees, all black. So Tom has got a bunch of stuff coming from TWB. Can't wait for you to get it, Tom, and take photos and let me know what it looks like. That's going to be great. D&G Explorers, good afternoon, Bruce and the TWB family. 100 degrees here in Madeira, California. D&G Explorers, they have a YouTube channel on YouTube, and they too love cruising like we do. Welcome, guys. It's good to have you back. Tom Henry, due to my mood, Sunday from Adrian Stooges. Oh, okay. Interesting. Karen Lipson is here today. Hi, Bruce. Sunny and 52 Fahrenheit in Calgary. That'll be about 11 Celsius, about 52 Fahrenheit. Kind of cool. The summer July heat is over, baby. It's all gone. The leaves are going to start to fall. Welcome back to the show. Tracy Dunlap. That's good, Robert Brandt. It wasn't bad here. Hope we can just get through September with no hurricanes here and on the islands. Yes, we hope for the best for sure. Cat Rose is saying, my meds have been delivered. Yeehaw. Okay, good news there. Robert Brandt, Tracy Dunlap, smiling at her. Tom Henry, Crazy Rich Guys, are the clubs open midday? Question mark. Tom Henry, Brittany, didn't get blown away. That's good news. Crazy Rich Guys, yeah, that's right. Brittany did not get blown away. College is open again, back to normal. Crazy Rich Guys Travels, they are mostly bars, and as the sun goes down, they have dance floors, etc. Tracy Dunlap, I was thinking the same thing. Crazy Rich Guys, rum row goes with your dad. It kind of fits. Crazy Rich Guys Traveling saying one gay bar. We have one gay bar. Robert Brandt, boys. Boys. X-nay on the talkie. Tom Henry, well, one is better than none. Crazy Rich Guys, Tracy, I think the address was Factor. Yeah, Rum Drive or whatever it's called. Sylvia's here. Sylvia Swan. Hello, everyone. Greensboro, North Carolina. 89 degrees and hot. Welcome back, Sylvia. I'm glad you're here. Paul Wilgus. Crazy Rich Guy Travels. Laugh out loud. I agree. How could he not buy a house on Rum Row? I mean, come on. Tom Henry, will the Escape make it to Bermuda next week? That's the question. If the hurricane is headed there, no, it will avoid the area. Well, we'll find out what the cruise lines have to say the next 3 or 4 days, because, of course, cruise ships come and go on their patterns, on their itineraries. And if they know that they're going to be in Fort Lauderdale and 3 days later where they're headed, there's a hurricane going to be there, they're not going there. They'll go somewhere else and treat the passengers to an entirely different itinerary, very safe itinerary, dry, not so windy, no waves. That's their motto. That's their objective. So they're not going to take a passenger or a group of passengers into the middle of a hurricane area. Not a chance. I'll keep you guys posted as I hear the updates when they start coming out. The next few days, I think. Tom Henry, I have Facebook friends on Escape this Sunday. They're on the ship this Sunday, right on top. We'll have to find out how their cruise is going to go next week. Should be interesting. Crazy Rich Guys Travels. Kaya says he will stop at Sanrio and get love something like Hello Kitty from us. I have no idea what that means. That is lingo I cannot understand. I'm obviously of the wrong age to know. Who Tom Henry, who is love? I don't know. Robert Brandt, Traveling with Bruce. You are correct. The benefits are greater for U.S. citizens. Thank you, Robert, for helping me clarify that. Love is my granddaughter, he's saying. Oh, okay. Who is Love? Fantastic. Robert Brandt, no normal names in this family. We don't have a single. Kaya, Janu, Love. Okay, here we go. They're out there. They're out there. Rayvon is here. Hey, Rayvon, I've got some good news to tell you. I got the job on the cruise ship. I start the first month beginning next year for a 10-month contract. I cannot wait. Congratulations, Rayvon. You got what you wanted. Fabulous stuff. Now you get on there next year, and then what you can do, if you're able to watch my show from time to time, you let me know how it's going on the ship and let me know what it's like working on a cruise ship. I think the folks who watch this channel would love to know what's it really like for an employee of a cruise ship on a day-to-day basis. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Great news, Raymond. I'm happy for you. Tom Henry, how about some Hello Kitty soap bars? Laugh out loud. They were my free gift with my last Amazon razor blade order. Paul Lugas, congratulations, Raymond. Tom Henry, Raymond, what will your job be? What will you be doing, Raymond? That's what he wants to know. Debbie Manuel is here. Hi, Bruce. And all 95 today and sunny. Premium gas at Arco today, $3.55 a gallon in California. Chico, California, $3.55 a gallon. What's gasoline where you live? We here, $1.40 Canadian a liter, 3.7 liters for a U.S. gallon. We're about $3.80 U.S. for a U.S. gallon. When you convert it all out, that's what we're paying here for regular, not premium. Premium, add another 20%. We're probably $4.50 a gallon for premium around here. Excuse me, Robert Brandt. There are $1 million watches here for sale at our jewelry stores. They have a couple. I'm sure that they can get anything you want from anywhere you want it, and they can make you a pretty good offer. Wow, that is something else. Rayvon, I'm in the entertainment business. That is fantastic. Are you playing a musical instrument, singing, dancing? This is fantastic, Rayvon. I'm excited for you. Wendy Thompson, Rayvon, congrats. Wendy Thompson, rum. I need rum in my Coke right now. Tom Henry, no thanks. Mine was expensive enough. Philip Stein, I got a watch. I'm good with what I got. I don't need $1 million watch. Robert Brandt, I have rum. Tom Henry, Crazy Rich Guys, give Wendy some of my 1862. Robert Brandt, I bought gas today and it's down to $4.90 in St. Thomas. Only $4.90 a gallon U.S. for a gallon of gas in St. Thomas. Yikes, yikes. Wendy Thompson, I'm ready to crack the new bottle. Tom Henry, laugh out loud. No gas purchases here. Helps with Redbubble though. D&G Explorers, don't forget to hit the like button and give Bruce a good old thumbs up. Today I got 17 already. This is fantastic. Thank you guys for these thumbs up. I'll take all I can get. Thank you very much. What do we got here? Tracy Dunlop, congratulations, Rayvon, on getting that job. Paul Willis, hello, D&G. Brittany Lockwood, getting a Coke can come from anywhere, including my refrigerator. Crazy Rich Guys. Hi, D&G. Corrected my dumbass brother's spelling of your name on Facebook. Oh, man, my dumbass brother. Wendy Thompson, that captain is in my Coke. Captain Morgan. Oh, look out. Robert Brandt, college open here too. D&G Explorers. Hey, Paul, just literally walked in front of the door from the doctors. How are you? D&G is curious to know. Robert Brandt, it's a very nice house, but Rum Row was a bonus. Yeah, the street name was just icing on top of the cake. Ed Tollison Jr., hello all, 87 and hot in the Bronx. The Big Apple is hot today. Welcome back, Ed. I'm glad you're here. Paul Wilgus, D&G Explorers, doing good. Thanks. D&G, LOL, Crazy Rich Guy Travels. You are too funny, you guys. Tom Henry, Crazy Rich Guys, thanks for fixing that E to D. Thanks for the spell check. Robert Brandt, I'm of the wrong age too, Bruce. Yeah, Robert, you and I both, we are of an age where we don't quite understand the lingo anymore, and they might be talking about us. Yeah, not in a flattering kind of way. They're kind of saying something about us in a unflattering kind of way. We have no idea because we're out of there. Holy moly. Karen Lipson, has anyone cruised on MSC Divina? Has anyone out there been on the MSC Divina? My friend Karen Lipson and hubby, they are on that ship for a repositioning cruise. I believe it's Marseille all the way to Miami, if I got that right. And this is a fantastic cruise. Anybody been on the MSC Divina? I know that it has done the Caribbean in the last while. So let me know, folks. Tell me what your impressions are of that ship. We'd love to know. Robert Brandt, grandkids, Romeo, Adonis, and Love. 3 interesting names for 3 interesting grandkids. Romeo, Adonis, and Love. Okay. Dixie, congrats. Good for you. Rayvon, way to get that job. Robert Brandt, enjoy the career, Rayvon. D&G Explorers, how are you? Ed Tollison Jr., how are you? Robert, how are you? Thomas, how are you? Tracy, hey, they just dying to know how he's doing. Tracy, at Crazy Rich Guys, do you guys start school tomorrow? Good luck and have fun in your senior year. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, did someone throw away the regular baby name book? Laugh out loud. Like, the regular one that everyone uses, and then they got the eclectic one? Is that what's going on? He's laughing out loud. Crazy Rich Guys, yep, school starts tomorrow. Cat, wow. Crazy Rich Guys, Paul Wilgus, are you saying we don't have normal names? DRGB, hi, it's Gregory from D&G. Hey, Gregory, good to see you, pal. Welcome to the show. It's just another one of those days. We're going around and around here. I'm G-Toe. Robert, can you get me a good woman that doesn't spend my money? I think the rate of Robert's going, he's like over. Robert is not winning in this category. I think everywhere Robert goes, he's picking the wrong people. He is surrounded by spenders. He's got to make more. Not commenting on name. He says, I'm not commenting. Gregory saying, how's everybody doing? Kat, how big is St. Thomas? D&G, get back to work. Gregory says the other D&G. Oh, my goodness. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guy Travels. Depends on what you consider normal. I think your names are cool. All right. Tracy Dunlop. Hi, D&G Explorers. Doing well here. She said. Robert Brandt, MG, tons of divorced rich ladies here. Tons of rich ladies that are divorced. Maybe you ought to come down here and check it out. Maybe you get lucky. Catch some. That might catch you. You never know. I don't know. Gregory, LOL, I have no work to do. I have no work. I want to watch this show instead. Brittany Lockwood, I have a friend with the name Kaya, so I don't think that name is weird at all. I have a friend named Kaya. Your name is Kaya. It's all good with me. Robert Brandt, could be I'm not listening after 7 kids. That could be it, Robert. That could be it. Oh, my goodness. Ed Tollison. I'm great, D&G. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. Rob Souter, afternoon all in Lewiston, New York, having my meat inspected. That is an open one-liner that I don't know where you're going. Where the heck are you getting your meat inspected, and what are you talking about? I'm not going there. Welcome, Rob. Thanks for planting an image that's just, right out of left field here. Kat Rose, I had a friend in high school named Trail. Got a buddy of mine. His name's Trail. How about that? That's a cool name, eh? Trail? Huh. Interesting. Paul Wilkes, Robert Brandt, but you better start again with the grandkids. Okay, here we go. Robert Brandt, Paul Wilkes, those three they're great. Brittany Lockwood, Love is the only strange name. She thinks it's the only strange name. Raymond, I will be an entertainment manager. Oh, this is awesome, Raymond. Fantastic. You're not even on the bottom end. You're moving up. You're already up the ranks. This is great. This is going to be fantastic. Looking forward to getting reports from you from time to time when you're on that ship. That's going to be exciting. Tom Henry, crazy rich guys. Not like some neighbors, they had River Rider. I thought they needed a meadow. That's an interesting name, River Rider. Crazy rich guys. We don't need last names. We're like Cher. You know, we're just like Cher. You know, Janu, Canoe. You know, cool. Gregory saying hi, but I gotta get going. Have a good day. Take care, buddy. Thanks for popping in there. Crazy rich guys. One of our brothers is Ryder. Got a brother named Ryder. There you go. Tom Henry, hi D&G, doing great here. D&G, Gregory and I have to come on to match the twins. We will fail miserably though. Yeah, it doesn't look like going to be able to hold a candle to these two guys. Lisa Moore's here. Hi Lisa. Hi everyone. She's saying welcome back, Lisa. Robert Brandt retired and blaming everything on that. That's what I'm saying. And P.S. I want my meat inspected too. Cat Rose, I'm not going there either. Bruce, we're together. I'm not going there. I hear you. Paul Lucas, Robert Brandt, 7 kids. I think that was suspected enough. No comment, Robert. I have no comment to that. I'm leaving it alone. I'm not touching that. I'm not going anywhere. Christine Elkins, hi all, back from a beautiful Alaska. Christine, did you have a good cruise? What ship were you on? Where did you go? What was the weather like? How was the food? Talk to us. Give us a report, Christine. How was it? Welcome back. Dixie Walker, bye. I'll see you next time. Lunch is over. Thanks, Dixie. You take care. Tom Henry, ROT Flamo. I'm not even going there. All right. Well, let me get to my topic at hand before this continues to go crazy. The port head tax. When you guys buy a cruise out there, you're paying port charges and taxes. That's extra. Well, depending where you go, these taxes, they vary, but depending on the port. I read today, for example, that Buenos Aires used to charge $45 US per person as a head tax from cruise ships. And they instituted that a little while ago. The country needed cash. But surprise, surprise, guess what happened? A whole bunch of cruise ships aren't going to Buenos Aires anymore. I'm not going there. You think I'm going to charge my passengers $45 each for a 6, 7, 8 hour stop in Buenos Aires? I don't think so. I can find other ports that charge a lot less that would like to have our business. And so Buenos Aires, the business just declined dramatically. Well, guess what they announced? We have a new port charge. It's only $20 US. They cut it by 56%. They've already found out that next year they're getting 12 additional cruise ships coming to port because they've lowered the fee of the port charge, the head tax, down to $20 a person. Yeah, that makes a difference. Now, 12 ships with 4,000 passengers a ship on average, that's 80,000 people. No, that's 48,000. Sorry, 48,000 more people coming on shore to buy a coffee, maybe get a T-shirt, buy an ice cream, take a tour, spend money in town. That adds up to a lot more money. Drop that port tax and make it reasonable, and you'll attract people. Very interesting. As of 2010. The head tax in the United States runs anywhere from $6 to $34.50 in Alaska, and Portland, Maine is charging $9 for a head tax. Just to give you an idea of what some of these charges are. They are all over the map. There's a dispute right now between a port city in Maine and Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean only wants to pay a $1 a passenger head tax. The city is saying we want $6 a person head tax to use our port. And the reasoning is from the town, look, you're dropping off 3,000 people here during the day, and this is costing us money to handle these folks. As a town, we're talking, not businessmen. The T-shirt guy over here, he's loving it. The bar owner over here is loving this. But the town fathers are saying, yeah, 3,000 people. You know how much garbage people drop off in garbage cans during a 6, 8 hour stay in our town when they come in here? If they don't see a garbage can, they just chuck the garbage onto the street, and we got garbage all over the place. We have to have all kinds of additional garbage cans. We have to have them changed over 2 or 3 times a day with our workers. We got to hire extra people to handle that. Then we got to deal with it. We got to get rid of that stuff. We also have security. We have the port facility to improve and maintain. We have our harbor master. We have expenses here. $1 a head ain't gonna cover it, boys. We need $6 each. It says Mexican standoff. The cruise line is saying, if you don't do a deal with us for $1 each, we'll go somewhere else. The town is saying, you don't give us $6, you can go somewhere else. It's one of those deals. Now, cruise lines, when you've got 20 ports of call that you can go to, and they all want you, and one doesn't, you go to where you're wanted. But on the other hand, it has to work both ways. You can't expect a small town, to just drop all kinds of cash in expenses when they're only bringing in, say, 3 or 4 grand from these folks from direct head count money. They're hoping for sales tax revenue. They're hoping that people will spend money on shore. What if it's raining today? The ship is still docked. Only 1,000 people got off the ship. All the expenses of the dock, the port is still being paid. This town needs more assurances than that. So $6 a head is what they're going for, and it's a bit of a battle. Some of you might remember a few years ago, I think it started in 2010, maybe even earlier than that, Alaska wanted to institute a state tax, $50 a passenger to the state of Alaska. And the cruise lines went, I don't think so. And a whole bunch of cruise lines started pulling back ships from Alaska, which caused a big problem in Juneau, Anchorage, Skagway, and other places. Layoffs all over the place. Coffee shops, t-shirt shops, retailers were shutting down because millions of expected passengers are not coming. The cruise lines were not going to pass on those kinds of fees. But I understand it's now around $34.50. They reduced it with negotiating and so on. But now, as far as I can put it together, it seems to me like the $34.50 goes to the state, and then it gets divided up between the cities that the ship is going to. I could be wrong on this. I'm having trouble kind of getting the right answer. I got to do more research on this. But it is quite a convoluted, complex deal. I know that Juneau, for example, is getting $8 a passenger, but the cruise lines are not happy with Juneau because they're saying, you guys are getting $8 a passenger, and you're not spending it where you're supposed to be spending that money. That money is supposed to be going into the port to make the port a more efficient place for our cruise ships to come and dock at. You're using the money for civic projects, for beautification of parks, all this stuff. The city is saying, hey, wait a minute, this $8 a person, we got to use this for everything that these passengers are into. Public bathrooms, public garbage facilities, water access. We have all kinds of municipal functions we have to operate. We have to have ambulances standing by in case one of your passengers gets a heart attack on Main Street. We got all kinds of expenses here. Then, of course, the retailers, they are doing what they're doing and trying to bring in their money on top of that. So there's this tug of war going on. There's a lawsuit happening between the cruise line industry and Juneau over how to spend the $8 that's being distributed to these towns and cities by the cruise lines. It's a big wackadoodle. It's crazy. In Curacao, by the way, in Curacao, 2016, it was $3.50 head tax in Curacao. And they made a deal to build a brand new port facility, beautiful upgrade, handle all the big ships and so on. And so the port charges, they've agreed with the cruise business to bump it up. So it's going to $4, and it's going to $5.50 a couple of years later. $8, and that'll be over 10 years. By the time 10 years rolls by 2026, the head tax in Curacao will be $8 a passenger. The cruise lines are happy because the money is going to the port facility that is going to allow these ships to dock right at the pier and allow the passengers just to walk right off and boom, go right in there and spend money. For Curacao, good deal. You get larger ships with more passengers. You get more of these ships. And these folks come onto the island and spend for 6-8 hours, whatever they're going to do. It's a bit of a, give and take kind of deal. Now, I read something else that was interesting I wanted to mention to you, by the way. Excuse me. before I go to that, I'll talk about one more thing about a head tax, and that is Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic head tax for cruise ship passengers, $1, $1. And I just mentioned about 2-3 weeks ago on my channel here that the Dominican Republic is now building a brand new 6th port for cruise ship passengers from scratch. They are taking out an existing container port, moving it elsewhere, and converting this port into a passenger port with shops, a water park ride, a bit of a mini zoo kind of place, interpretive center. It's all for cruise ship passengers to enjoy themselves. They're talking about handling 3 or 4 ships the size of Oasis class ships. Talking 5,000-6,000 passengers each ship. $1 a head is the port charge, because the strategy of the government of Dominican Republic is simple. Charge $1. All the cruise lines will come. They'll all come for $1 each, no problem. And we, the island, the nation, we get at 6 different ports around the island. We're going to get tens of thousands of people a day at each port to spend on the island, putting kids to work, families to work, adults to work in all kinds of jobs. And the island is seeking the business of resupplying these cruise ships with goods, food, liquids, you name it. They want the business. And so it's a most interesting difference between how some islands operate, where they're charging more and less. Here's an example of the higher end. Bermuda, $60. $60 a head tax per passenger. And Bermuda is getting more aggressive with cruise lines, saying, you want to come here? We don't want you here for 6 hours. No. We want you here for 3 days or 2 days, or we want you here at 2 different spots or 3 different spots. We want you to really come to Bermuda, and for $60, you're going to spend more time here, because it's rather than a 4-hour visit for $60, why don't you spend 2 or 3 nights here for $60? And that way these passengers will integrate themselves into the island for a couple of days and spend more. That's the move by Bermuda. That's their strategy. The average head tax right now in the Caribbean is approximately $8.92. Just under $9 is the average head tax in the Caribbean region. Now, in 2015, here's an interesting couple of statistics for you that I came up with today. There are 2 kinds of visitors to the Caribbean. There's 2 kinds. The first one is known as a stopover visitor. It's the kind of visitor that flies in, stays for 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, 10 days. They get a hotel, they get a timeshare, they stay with a friend or a relative, they are in a hotel, all inclusive or not. We're talking stopover visitors. 28.7 million of them in 2015, right? 27.8 million stopover visitors for the year for the entire Caribbean. That same year, cruise ship passengers, 24.4 million, just about 4.3 million fewer, or let's say 45% compared to 55%. So 24.4 million cruise ship passengers stopped somewhere in the Caribbean. Now, if you're on a 1-week cruise, you might have 3 stops all in the Caribbean. That counts for 3, all right? But here's the difference between the 2. Stopover visitors who spend a week or 2 weeks at a time staying in a resort or 2, they are spending, in 2015, they spent $27.6 billion for the 28 million people. 27.6 billion for the year 2015. Cruise ship passengers, 24 million of them, they spent $2.4 billion. That's all they spent. So we're talking about 11.5 times more being spent by stopover passengers rather than cruise ship passengers. This is the big difference between one version of tourist versus the other kind of tourist. The cruise ships are getting the $20 billion, not the islands. The islands are getting the nickels and dimes. The cruise ships are getting the dollars. On the stopover, the islands are getting all the dollars because they got to fly in, they got to rent a car, they're going to get a room in a hotel, they're going to buy their breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they're going to buy their drinks, they're going to do their tours, they're going to go sport fishing, whatever they're going to do. They're there for 7 days, 10 days. They're spending big money. But with cruise ship passengers, they're on in the morning, they're off in the afternoon, they're gone. Now, a cruise ship passenger is a handy kind of a tourist because they don't vote, they don't hang around very long, they don't really create any crime. They come in for a 6-hour stay, they get a ship tour, spend 10, 20 bucks, and then they're gone. You don't have to house them or feed them or put them in a hospital, generally speaking, unless they have a heart attack on the excursion. But they're generally gone by 5 in the afternoon, and the money stays behind. The difference is it's only about 9% of the money equivalent. So islands in the Caribbean have a dilemma on their hands. They have a big decision to make. Which way do we go? What's the best way for this country to move forward, to bring income in, create jobs, and be environmentally sensitive to our nation? What are we going to do? What's sustainable? The Cayman Islands, you've got the best of, you got both going on. But when I lived on the Cayman Islands in 1998, 1999, when I was down there, there was already a debate raging between business owners, hotel owners, and residents. And the big debate was, who do you want to go after? Do you want to go after passengers or tourists that are going to fly in to the island in Georgetown, spend a week at a hotel like this, like the Westin Hotel on 7 Mile Beach, or the Ritz-Carlton Resort Hotel on 7 Mile Beach? Do we want those passengers, those tourists? They're spending $500 a day, $1,000 a day, a couple, easily, with a nice suite and the fancy drinks and the high-end meals and the excursions. Money is no object. They're dropping $7,000 a week, no problem. Do we want those folks? Or do we want to go after the cruise ship passengers, where a ship will arrive with 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 or more coming in on tenders, going into the heart of downtown? We bring all the taxis over, all the buses over, and scatter them all over the island. We take them to Stingray City, 7 Mile Beach. We take them up to Hell, the Turtle Farm, wherever we're going to take them. What are we going to do? Which way are we going to go? What's the easiest way to make the money for the island? What is the most lucrative way to go for the island? What system employs the most people for the island, and yet keeps the atmosphere of the island untouched and unspoiled? And that was the debate in 98, 99. That was 20 years ago. Today, you go to the Cayman Islands, it's not uncommon now for 6 or 7 cruise ships to come in on a typical day during the week. You got 20,000 people coming onto the island. It's mayhem. And I'm wondering about the folks at the Ritz-Carlton. They're spending $1,000 a day for a relaxing 5-star resort vacation where it's quiet and calm and serene and gorgeous and pretty. And for 6 hours a day, it's crazy time with 20,000 passengers in a hurry to get a good time in. They're trying to have fun in 6 hours before they have to get back on the ship. This is a conflict between the two. It's an issue. Still rages to this very day. Neither side can win. The Ritz-Carlton people are saying, look, we've got 400 rooms here. We have 1,000 people here dropping big money. Why are you going crazy for 20,000 people? How much are they going to spend? They're not spending $1,000 each. But the jewelry store owners in downtown Georgetown are saying, no, wait a minute. The folks that are staying in the Ritz-Carlton and the West End and the high-end resorts, they already have the nice Rolex. They already own the jewelry. They're spending the big money. They'd already do it. If they're coming down here, they're buying stuff. That's true. But when you bring in 20,000 passengers from cruise ships, some from Asia, China, Australia, Europe, the USA, They're going to buy a nice Rolex watch for 20 grand. That's 15 grand. They're going to buy them the necklaces, the bracelets, the necklaces, the earrings. They're going to buy all the high-end perfumes that we have here at top dollar. Yes, it's duty-free and it's tax-free, so it's cheaper than in New York, cheaper than in maybe Paris or London. They're going to buy here, and we're going to be doing, like we are doing, millions of dollars of business for these high-end goods that we only have to fly in through Federal Express, put in our counter, and sell. We don't have any pollution. We don't have to worry about smokestacks to make this kind of really good money. And so both sides are fighting with the government for attention and for permission to do what they're doing. And so sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't get along, because if you got 20,000 people running all over the island, that's not a serene surrounding all of a sudden, at least during the day. So there's an interesting thing about head taxes. Islands wondering which way to go. Our friends in the Dominican Republic, they're going the cruise ship direction. They're going with 6 ports of call. Let's bring in 10, 15,000 passengers per day per port of call. That's 80, 90,000 people a day spending money on the island. Let's work with the cruise lines and bring them in $1 each, $1 a day tax, head tax. Cruise lines are loving this. Whereas Bermuda is saying, no. We'd rather fly them in, keep them here for a week or two. But if you're going to bring a cruise ship here, stick around for a couple of days, because it's $60 each, $60 a head. And now you have to decide whether you want to stay 1 day or 2 days. If a cruise ship stays 3 days in Bermuda, the good news, they're not using as much fuel to get the ship going. They're just sitting right there. They're just running the fuel to keep the generators going. They don't have to worry about traveling another 1,000 nautical miles to the next island and coming back. So for a cruise line, $60 head tax, not a bad deal, because they're probably saving $100 a passenger on fuel by not burning the fuel up by moving that ship so many miles. It's an interesting tug of war between one side and the other as to what's going on. Love to get your comments on all of that. If you have any, let me know. Robert Brandt, 31 years, my wife is a saint. He says, she sure is. You've got that right. Robert, I think you married up. That's the expression. You married up. I certainly did. Christine Elkins, Royal Caribbean, Radiance of the Seas. That was our ship in Alaska. Sound like it would have been a nice cruise. I know that ship is a beautiful ship. Crazy Rich Guys, you can say that again. Mom is a saint. Raymond in the UK, got to go now. Lots of work to do. Thank you all for congratulating me. It should be a good opportunity for me. It's been my dream, and it's finally coming true. Thank you all so much. Raymond, thank you for joining me. Congratulations, and stay in touch. That's fantastic news for you. Wendy Thompson, what does the meat inspector look like? Wendy wants to know. Robert Brandt, we could get in a bad place with that question, Wendy. It could get ugly fast. Paul Wilson, he's laughing out loud. Tracy Dunlop, she has to be put up with, she has to be a saint to put up with all you guys, Tracy is saying. Christine saying that we visited Ketchikan, Icy Strait Point, Juneau, Skagway, Seward, Anchorage, and Denali. All were amazing, great weather. Only 1 day with a lot of rain in Juneau. Other than that, fantastic. Christine, that sounds like an awesome cruise. You must have got a lot of photos. I invite you to come on by my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's. Come on over to the Facebook group page. If you're not already a member, become a member and post a bunch of photos for us. We would love to see them on the Traveling with Bruce Facebook group page. And any of you out there who would like to become a member, come on over, check it out. Just ask to join. I'll let you in there. We have a good time there. We love seeing pictures of cruise ships that you've taken, cruises you've been on, vacations you've gone to. It's great. Come on by and check it out. Brittany Lockwood, I could end up being one of 3 Britneys in my family by only way to differentiate the 3 of us is with our current last names. Popular name in that family, Brittany. Robert Brandt at Tracy Dunlap, they don't give her a hard time. They give me. So she's a saint, okay, but it sounds to me like maybe she walks softly and carries a big stick as well. And there's only so far you can go with mom, But with Dad, it's a little easier, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to read into this, Robert. I'm not sure what's going on. Wendy, my dirty mind, not sorry. Paul Wilgus, Christine, that sounds like a great cruise you were on. Crazy Rich Guys, it's sort of true. She would beat our butts. She would beat our butts. There's a great new book out they're saying as well. I don't know what they're meaning. Cat Rose, which city? Rob Souter, no problem with getting meat inspected. Wally is a professional meat inspector. Might even give you some homemade sausage. This is Rob. I don't know if you've made it any better or worse. I really don't know. I know you're trying, but I'm not sure. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guys. So you're more afraid of mom than dad? He's asking. Christine is saying, Paul Wilgus, it was a great cruise. We loved it. Have you been on one up there? Crazy Rich Guys on Mr. Orange. Paul Wilgus. Christine Elkins, no, but I want to. I want to get a cruise into Alaska. He's saying, Crazy Rich Guys, mom is way worse. They're saying, oh, she's way worse. MG Toe, what they need to do is raise the business tax, not the ships. Let it be cheap for the ships to come in and just get your money from the business taxes from all the business they're doing on those cruise passengers. That's another way to look at it. Robert Brandt, I'd suggest collect taxes owed from that guy. That's what I would suggest. Tracy Dunlop, she's crying. Brittany Lockwood, a $6 head charge is reasonable, if not dirt cheap, she thinks. Robert Brandt, I think it's an additional $6 a head. Brittany Lockwood, but still, I find that to be very reasonable. Christine Elkins, Paul Wilgus, it's a must-do. You got to go on that Alaska cruise. You got to go. It's fantastic. It's a must-see. MG Toe, I don't see the services they provide for the current revenue. They only raise the salaries of the administrators. Okay, I don't know. Tom Henry, yum, Wendy. I went to the fridge for a drink. Diet Mountain Dew or Bacardi Grand Reserve 8. I opened a new bottle of the good stuff. So much for the Diet Coke. Let's get the good stuff going. Tom Henry, watch out, Cool Jazz. Crazy Rich Guys, Grand Reserve is good stuff. Tom Henry, no trash from MG. Richard, see, I think Turkey pays ships to dock in Turkey. No way I would get off the ship. I am with MG Toe on that country. I'm not getting off that ship. That's correct, Richard. Turkey recently enacted new legislation to trying to get cruise ships to come to Turkey. They are giving the cruise line $25 each passenger. Please come here and enjoy our businesses, our shore, our sites. Please come on over. Problem is, they got got a dictator running the place who kind of thinks that if you're sort of anti against this guy, like you kind of looked like that and that wasn't a good look, you get like a 7-year prison sentence like that. Or a journalist, if you take a photo and they think you're a journalist, life sentence for anti-state views. Don't know if Turkey is a place you want to really be doing that. It's kind of touchy. A lot of people there are avoiding it big time. Robert Brandt, Crazy Rich Guys Travels. He's not happy with these guys. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guy Travels. You're not supposed to know that. How good is that booze? Crazy Rich Guys, Tom Henry. That's right. You're not supposed to know how good this booze is. MG Toe, Constantinople is giving the cruise lines $45 a head for each passenger they bring there. 25 or 45. It's a lot of money. Crazy Rich Guys. We aren't 12. We've been around. Randy Thompson. Right on, Paul. They don't need to be 21. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guy Travels, no comment, laughing out loud. Tom Henry, Crazy Rich Guys is the company quality control. I guess they're the quality control for the company for the good booze. I don't know. Christine Elkins says, Bruce, we got a credit back of $17.50 each for port fees taxes per person on our Alaskan cruise we just got back from Royal Caribbean. Interesting. That is interesting. I'm curious. I wonder why. Was there a port you couldn't get into? It sounds like you got to a bunch. Something was interesting there. That's interesting. Cat Rose. Oh, I could go get Larimar. I'm not sure what she means by that. Crazy Rich Guys. 18 is legal here, and 16 gets served. And when you're 6'2". Don't know. They're saying you get it. Robert Brand, kids to work. Kids to work. You hear that? Oh my goodness. Robert's having a tough time. Paul Wilkes, Crazy Rich Guy Travels. 18 was legal age when I was 16. I was 6'4", so I went to the bars too. Yeah. I looked 18. They didn't ask. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Richard C. We got someone here. Richard, you'll mean drag to. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering. Maybe. Yeah, I'm watching here. Kind of reading some comments here. Excuse me one second, folks. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Not exactly sure if that person's going to stay or not. They kind of seem to have gone away. Sorry, I had to just double check what was going on there. You folks probably saw him while I was raving on there about the head tax. Let's continue on here. Good comments, you guys. Doesn't seem to be a fan of Richard. Okay, here we go. MG Toe is saying the cruise lines should stop over for 2 to 3 days on their private islands. MG, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if down the road they do that. They may well, develop these private islands to the point where they're going to have I can see something like a Hard Rock Cafe opening up on some of these private islands and having a Margaritaville and having 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of these and having like a New Orleans theme park and a jazz theme park and stay overnight. And the patrons can party all night long, get back to the cruise ship, go to sleep whenever you want to go to sleep because the ship's right there. It's all connected. I wouldn't be surprised if down the road some of these places get so developed out with golf courses and other things to do that they do 1 or 2 or 3 day stopovers to save on fuel expenses and use the ship as a hotel. Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see what's going on here with more comments. MG2, I want to get off the ship in the Caribbean. I'm not going. Richard C, it's on Grand Cayman. Let's see here. St. Thomas is okay. People are talking here amongst themselves. Hell is a very small place in the Cayman Islands. That's true. Let's go here. 2-level club, Haven upstairs, Hell downstairs. Crazy Rich Guys is saying. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guys, that would be awesome. Open one in St. Thomas. Robert Brandt, just saying, if you could come to St. Thomas, I'll give you a VIP tour for sure. MG Toe, come on down there. He'll take you around. MG Toe, the cruise ship should circle the island and not park. There you go. Let's see. Tom Henry, Badlands in DC was good, but that was years ago. Crazy Rich Guys, Heaven and Hell have unlimited marketing ideas, don't they? Let's see, Cat Rose, if I went to hell, I would take pictures and send them home. Crazy Rich Guys, we don't need to be the owners. Robert Brandt, I'm retired. Robert Brandt, but I bet you could sell a ton of T-shirts in that place. Let's see. Very true, Robert Paul is saying. Let's go here. Picture with a devil and a mail postcard from hell. That's what you do. They have a post office box there. It's a geological formation in Cayman Islands, the place called Hell. It's kind of cool. You take a few photos of it, get a postcard from hell, sign it, send it to a friend of yours from hell, postmarked from hell. It's all a shtick. You're there for an hour, if that. And I'm moving on. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guy. I went to heaven and they sent me to hell. Tom Henry, I'm thinking MG. Philly is too bad. Don't get off the ship. Can I suggest Penn State? I audited Templar University. Those are some scary neighborhoods. Robert Brandt, anyone know the liquor law in PA? Does the owner have to be on site? I don't know what you mean. Very few people would buy jewelry on the islands, MG Toe. They all want their rum and coke, water, ice cream, and good food. Richard C. Tom Henry, North Philly has gotten better around Temple lower crime. Robert Brandt, Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, no, they don't. Let's see. I hear the wheels turning. Paul Willis is saying, Robert Brandt, traveling with Bruce. I know I married up. Yeah, I know I did. Yeah, I did too, Robert. Definitely. Wendy Thompson, I feel safer with the kids at the U of M, but they can blow stuff up at the U of Missouri at Rolla Mining School. Mining school, TNT. Here we go. Good times. Tom Henry, good. What is this here? Oh my goodness, I can't read all this stuff. What is that saying? Something. Thomas talking about something about the baseball stadium. We used to be across the street there. Can't believe it. Okay, Tom Henry, meat inspector looks like what? Robert Brandt. Oh, that'll be trouble. We don't want to go there. Cat Rose Twins. You need to try the various cheesecake sandwiches in Philly. Oh, I'm sure they will. Crazy Rich Guys travels. He yells and it's over. Our mom doesn't play fair. Oh, okay. D&G Explorers, Bruce, we are going to give TWB channel a big shout out on our live show today. your support has been amazing, and we are happy to be a part of the TWB family. Guys, thank you for that. Have a great show tonight. If I can make it, I will. If I can't, I'll catch a replay. But thank you for the shout out to all of your supporters. I love it. The more the merrier. We support each other. Tom Henry, soft pretzels too. He's saying, get those soft pretzels. Richard C. never went to Bermuda. I don't think I'd like it. Tarop Sauter, Wally is a professional meat inspector. No problem with female drivers. He'll inspect their meat too. 5'10", about 220 pounds with a gentle face. He's a nice guy, and he'll inspect their meat too. No problem. Right on, buddy. Robert Brandt, what time is your live show? D&G, Crazy Rich Guys, we've been to Turkey, right? Have we been to Turkey, Dad? Have we been there? Brittany Lockwood, my caffeinated beverage is my go-to vanilla Coke. There you go. Robert Brandt, yes, you have, you Crazy Rich Guys. You have been to Turkey. Oh, my gosh. Debbie Manuel, thanks, guys. We'll be late, but we'll check it out. Thank you, Debbie. And Debbie's thanking them. D&G, Emmanuel, it's 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wendy Thompson, what is the next? We will have Mrs. Robert with us soon. I don't know. Robert Brandt, she would make someone work. Is Bruce buffering? I don't think so. Kat is just spinning for anyone else, or is just spinning for anyone else. Peter Heckema, I lost Bruce. Paul Wilgus lost Bruce. I'm okay on my computer. I'm okay on my on everything here. I am good. So I'm not spinning here. I think maybe you guys should reload. Hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully that's all that it is. Cross our fingers. Hope for the best. Let's see here what's going on here. One momento, por favor. I got to clean up my thing. Here we go. Me too, Debbie saying, no one likes him. He's spinning. He's spinning. As a threat to Islam, he's spinning. Better reboot if you can, Bruce. I thought it was mine. Paul was, he didn't pay internet again. Wendy, that's what one daughter said. Dad push over me. I would make her toe the line. Did Bruce pay for his internet bill? Nurse Nancy, hi, everyone. I'm late again. D&G, LOL, Paul Wilgus. He made a joke about Turkey. There you go. Tom Henry, more donations, please. Wendy Thompson, Brucey, where are you? Robert Brandt, so not the Russian Turkey control on your internet. Thanks, DT. Robert Brandt, now. Paul Lucas, too, Robert. Brittany Lockwood, thought it was just me having Wi-Fi problems from time to time on campus. All my devices. Right, Robert. My TV quit, too. Robert Brandt, someone's getting impeached. Paul Lucas, yes, Bruce is a beach ball on YouTube. Let's see. Debbie, does anyone have Bruce back yet? Are you in Canada, Nurse Nancy? Can we impeach Crazy Nancy? Nurse Nancy, hi, he's back. There you go, Robert Brandt. When you start saying Bob Woodward, fake news. Tom Henry, he's back. Cat Rose, he's back now. I never left. I never left. I was here the whole time. Everyone's saying he's back. Bruce, you got 5 minutes. You were buffering. Mary Ellen Shaw, nice day in St. Thomas. Robert Brandt, Mary Ellen Shaw, are you here? I'm here. I hope everything worked out okay. I'm not sure if you got caught up with where I was or where I am. Here we are. Hey, y'all, 90s here in Georgia in 18 days until I sail at Chevy and First. 18 days, Chevy and First. Way to go. That is so close. Absolutely fabulous. Should be a good time. We got 23 thumbs ups today. Thank you, everybody. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the show today talking about the head tax stuff. I hope you got all that. I might do a regular video on it as well. It's so complex. There's so much to it. It's a pretty cool story. I'll be following it as we go forward. It's one of those hidden costs that we don't really know about. Sort of kind of hits us when we book. We find out, boom, there you go. I'm on again tomorrow, twice, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock tomorrow night for trivia. I hope you can join me for both shows. I'm going to load a video later today about another topic, by the way. It's the sailing, the most popular sailing regions of the world for 2018, breaking down the different regions of the world where most cruisers are going cruising. I'm going to do a video on that. I'm just finishing the technical part of it. Hopefully load it up in the next couple of hours. So if you get a chance, check it out tonight. Check it out tomorrow. Let me know what you think when we go on the air again tomorrow. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And if you really like it, please share that video that I'm going to post later today. Please share it on your Facebook page, all your friends and pals out there. That would help my channel a ton. It would really work for me. Brittany Lockwood, Bruce, you should. Mary Ellen had no plan, took taxi to Coral World, right back on the ship. Nurse Nancy, we do love you, Bruce. Don't listen to the haters. Robert Brand, did you like Coral World? Robert Brand, Koki Beach is nice. There you go. Love you guys too. Love being on the show. Love being on the channel. And once in a while we get a hater. We get Mary Shaw. Then shopping and snacks downtown. Rob Souter. Alien faces. Loving that. Excuse me, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I got 26 today so far. Any of you can spare me a thumbs up, I would love that. Tom Henry saying bye, Ann, wherever you are. Richard C., good night. And have a good evening, folks. All right, this is Bruce. September the 5th, 2018, saying thanks for all your support. Thanks for picking up this stuff. Thanks for your donations. Thanks for watching my channel and my commercials and everything else. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, you take it easy out there, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. And bye for now. See you guys.